Hello, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. Today, I thought I would share with you my friendship journal pages for Susanna Easdale at Vintage Blend Studios. I had been waiting on some papers to arrive, and it was back ordered, and who knows in this day and time what's going to happen with that. So I thought I better go ahead and punt and just make do with what I have at home, which I think is going to be our theme for a while. So, this is what I came up with. I know Susanna loves nature and animals and fairies and also shabby chic. So, I tried to get a little bit of each in here. So, this says Serenity, and I have fussy cut a bunch of animals from a Hackney and Company paper pad. And this, of course, is an acetate window with a little squirrel in it, and the card behind it does come out. I'll show you that in a minute. I have coffee or tea stained some papers here with a stencil. And I will say, I'll be totally honest, my friend Lori and I get together and share papers, and we both have the same stencils that are used on this. So I'm not sure if these are hers or mine, but at any rate, I think they turned out well. So I did use the gold trim around the pages, and I really enjoy doing that. The only problem is when there's an issue and the thread breaks, and you have to go back in and try to realign when you're using the leaf pattern. Little bit difficult for sure. Okay, so over here it says wonder, and I have incorporated a bunch of little fairies. And of course, I had to put a skunk in there. Isn't he cute? But notice this little fairy has flowers on the area where he might be spraying. Um, this is a card that comes out, and it is an acetate window, but I'm not going to take it out because what you see is what you get pretty much. There's nothing else other than the paper background and these little critters and the skunk. Okay, so moving right along, here are my center pages for her. I love the butterflies, and these you probably can't tell, but they definitely have, oh, maybe there you go, some shimmer to them. And this little idea I first saw from Gina on the Firefly Studio. So it is an envelope that I have decorated that flips up and then opens, and you have these two little flaps, the center flap, and when it closes you could probably even use this flap, but these right here are little paper clips, and inside, this is on a tea bag, stamped on a tea bag, a little fairy for her to use wherever she would like. This is a big paper clip. This is another little fairy. Isn't she cute? And on this envelope and on the cards, I did use a lavender color distress ink. And again, another beautiful tag and the lavenders. So, put those back in. And like I said, these two are also paper clips. So, got her hooked up with some paper clips. Move this over just a hair so it doesn't bend. Okay. These two little fairies are just precious. I was able to find, I can't remember which way it goes. I think it was this direction. And I was able to flip this and do it in the opposite direction. And these are just printed out on tracing paper or onion skin. I can't remember which I had. And again, this is yet a different stencil here, but very lacy. Okay, I watched also Gina again at Firefly Studio 67, and she was using napkins and making tags and pockets to match. And I thought, oh, what a wonderful idea. Then you have sets. So when you go to put them in a journal, you're all ready to go. So it's a way to build your stash, and I really liked that idea. So this was the pocket that I did, and this is the envelope. Oops. Okay, and it does flip up. It's got some bling. It says floral. Oh, yes, and maybe you can tell that the little hummingbird has a little bling here. It's so bizarre because these flowers I got when I went to an upcycling shop near Ann Arbor, or in Ann Arbor. It's kind of Ann Arbor and Kalamazoo area. Anyhow, and they were in with a bunch of beads that I bought, and I was like, what are these doing in with beads? But lo and behold, they were the perfect colors to go with the napkin that I decoupaged on here. So perfect. And again, I use the gold thread around, which I'm really loving doing. And of course, it's backed with paper so she can write on it. And I tried to leave her writing space, and I know that Susanna did not want thick uh, pages. So it's really hard for me because I'm an overstuffer for sure, and I wanted to send her lots of goodies. But I realize that if you want to really use this for a journal for writing, it's going to be tough if there's a lot of stuff in it. So on the back, I made her a little belly band, and lo and behold, it's a slider. So there he goes, sliding along. And I have something behind it that it's interfering with it right now. Just a little collage of a belly band. And you can see the paper that I use. There's a buck and a fox and, oh, a little bunny or a mouse. I'm not really sure which. Then behind it is this, I call it a pop-up box. It's origami. And this idea came from Carol at Oak House Journals. And it's really easy to make and fun. And I put tabs here, so hopefully she knows that she has to pull those to open it up. And inside, as you can see, I put a bunch of die cuts for her. So I knew again it couldn't be too thick, so I tried to be cautious about not overstuffing, also because I knew this had to close. So anyhow, oh, and the idea for the slider belly band came from Carol at Crafty Emporium. So, and I also signed and dated it. And again, the pretty paper. And that is it. So, I really hope she likes it. I had some wonderful ideas for the paper that is back ordered, but seeing as it may not come, what you gonna do? And I really do like how this turned out especially. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've inspired you in some way. And stay safe and healthy. Until next time, goodbye.